What's up, everybody? Yeah, we are live with S.STREET Media. We about to go live. We about to start the recording of this joint. And the hangout every weekend. You don't have a date yet. Damn, I didn't even put up the fucking. Pardon me, I gotta put up the real flyer because the other flyer that is up, it is wrong. It says the wrong date of last week, so I gotta up the real one. Yeah, so while we doing all the technical stuff, thank you all for tuning in and tapping in with S.STREET Media, you heard? Yo. You gotta talking to no mics, just talk straight out. Yo. Yeah. We just out here, right? We got the peoples in the building. Yeah. Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves.
Yo, it's the 13 from Made for Kings, aka one of the hosts of the band album. Here tonight, chilling and hang out.
You heard? You heard. Who else we got in the building?
Yo, this is Rod, aka Fetty, Get Fed Records.
And then we got another surprise guest.
Coming through,
You just might randomly hear it. So
who was that? There was always somebody in the back.
Can I fade off for you? And can you close the door for me, please?
I can't. Enjoy that fan.
You can put it on one.
No, you picked up. You can always go on. This is live, right?
One is live. Yeah, we preparing the episode right now. We about to start. Just gotta get this real flyer up because the other flyer has the wrong date. Shout out to the Sosa 1718 Collective put together our flyers. They always put together some dope shit. Just be having the wrong date sometimes. But he's still a part of the tribe. We already go. 1718 Collective tap in. They're about to go on their 9th year. Yeah. That's a fact. They started exactly a month after the Vandal Hour. So the Vandal Hour turns 9 years in November, and
2014?
2014, true indeed. And we're coming back with some new episodes. Don't get it twisted. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
We've been here for years. You heard?
Name is on.
Yeah, we got 17.8 thousand followers on Instagram. It's real.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to all of the fans, all of the family, all of the business associates who keep it going. Without you, it would be no us. But without no us, it'd be no fly shit. You heard?
Definitely.
That's what we do.
Especially from our side of it. Definitely.
Let me throw the glasses on. We are gonna start in about 1 minute. Officially, we on live though, but we're gonna start the episode officially in about 1 minute. And we are there. Do you want to start off with some PS3 music or something?
Yeah.
plug in with the regular aux. Yeah. So we are ready. Get that music ready. Yeah. Anybody listening to our live? By next week, we should have the live officially hooked up where like our microphones is connected. Damn, this microphone isn't connected. So that means it's going through the camera microphone. But that's just the live. Ain't nothing special about it. Just for people who want to tap in while we're actually filming this. I can't even change the microphone, so we're gonna leave it like that anyway.
Experience is only episode 2, right?
That's a fact. That is a fact, but the real taping is correct. So be good with that. So boom.
I got warning sign and everything.
That's a fact. And you created the opening. That's the opening. Forgot about this one?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's on every joint. All right, that sounds good. Put it here. All right, everything's correct. Okay, don't worry about that right either. Scare me too. That's the balance and shit. All right, so stop music on one. So we starting the audio now. We're going to start the live recording. It is up. S.STREET Media opening. No, we gotta start that again. On one, God. Okay, so we're gonna start it again. Audio up. Wanna sign up? S.STREET Media logo is on. Countdown about to start. Countdown is about to start. We got some people watching too. It was 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, go. And yes, we are on. Everybody watching, shout out to all of our watchers. It may sound kind of fucked up because we don't have our real microphones plugged in, but this is just so you can get behind the scenes of the hangout. We got Rod, we got my man Chris over there. You heard? Maybe Kings. You get him on the right spot. You get him on the right spot. We got PS3 playing. When I open up, Rod, don't forget you gotta do your lean into the table. Yeah, you don't know who PS3 is. Knock yourself in the motherfucking head.
Yo, coming out with a project coming really, really soon. About to drop it. Everybody tune in definitely.
Joaquin Logan just said, just gave up the fire emoji. Shout out to Joaquin. You heard, thank you for supporting the hangout. You should be here.
Definitely.
You heard? Real episode drops in a couple of hours, but this is the behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Shout out to Joaquin again. You heard? We got that PS3 shit playing. Again, we got Fetty, Get Fat Records. We got Made for Kings, Chris in the building.
Just talk about tour life. Try to project. If I say anything, so like that's what got my mind on.
Yo, gotta do it again. Stop it. I apologize. I had it in the middle of the transition. I didn't go all the way right. The transition, that's why I was looking like this should look light. All right, we want to do it again. My bad. I'm a perfectionist. Studio mode. All right. One time again. Just hanging out. All right. So again, audio open. You want to sign up? S.STREET Media opening sign is up. The hangout is about to start. And you get to see all the fuck ups and all that shit. You heard? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And that is official. Yeah, people are coming in and coming out the motherfucking live. But you're watching the live. You heard? Even if we have 4 people in our live, you're watching. Them numbers gonna be up crazy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe,
and share.
And share. Don't be no corn. Don't be no cornball. Don't subscribe, man. Don't be the ghost of the Matrix. Don't be the ghost of the Matrix. There's only one to watching.
Don't just be watching. Tell your friends about watching.
We got PS3 playing. You don't gotta worry about no copyrights infringement. This is his company, his management.
Our stuff. On everything.
You got somebody watching live. Yo, mathematics, Mayford Kings, Chris, get ready. You heard? Get ready. The hangout. We just hanging out. You heard? Got a lot of good, dope topics we're going to be coming on with. Talking about building on. We're about to start after the song. Stay tapped in. Stay tapped in. Subscribe. I'm assuming you're subscribed already because you're on right now. Thank you for the like too. It's important. Doing the joint and they can conversate. The goal is to get conversation. Yeah. All that.
Go back to the last episode and watch that too and bug out with it.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that. Definitely. How much time we got left on? I'm going to write it down. Hand claps, just start talking. Yeah.
Yo,
we are live.
Definitely.
We are live. Checking out all the levels and stuff like that, but we are definitely live. Yeah. Peace. It's the God Mathematics. And you are now watching the Hangout with S.STREET Media. You heard? Yo, who we got in the building, Rob, man? Who we got in the building? I just fucked up and said that, but who we got in the building, man?
Yo, you got me, Rod, a.k.a. Get Feddy, a.k.a. Get Fed Records. You know, tap in.
You heard. What else we got in the building hanging out with us, man?
I'm here, Mr. 13, Nathan King's in the building.
Hey. Yo, we are high. We are high. So delayed reaction and ain't the camera. It's us. It's us. It's us. You know, we back with our second episode. If you thought that we wasn't coming back, I don't know what y'all was thinking. Whatever fentanyl y'all was touching, don't fuck with that shit. It's killing people. It's killing people.
The electric field.
It's killing people, man. It's killing people, man. Yo, so Rod, how you doing, man?
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm chilling. Definitely been working hard since the last episode. You know, just out here working hard. We're getting high. Working hard.
It goes together.
Yeah,
it goes together.
You know, that stress, you can't even explain the stress. You know, just been working hard.
It goes together, and that if you keep up with our shows, you only have two, but if you keeping up, you'll know that Rod works like a West Indian. Are you West Indian?
No, I'm not.
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's crazy.
I'm not.
You got tree chops, tree chops.
CEO, everything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If you don't know, man, you don't know. So, y'all don't know who Made for Kings is, man. Made for Kings is one of my business partners. He go by the name of Chris. He's been shaking with me for a while. Pause. Shaking. We've been doing what we do for a while.
Girl, man, we got to pause now.
I'm a pauser, man. I'm a pauser. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a pauser. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some shit be sounding crazy to me. It be sounding crazy to me. It is vibrating with me wrong. Like,
I met you before a long time ago. Bro.
Yeah,
we connected around 2013.
Yeah, around 2013 we started rocking out. DTF Radio. Shout out to everybody at DTF Radio. We was rocking out at DTF Radio. He comes from a show called The Cypher. Show that been around for how many years?
Been around for a long time. If you want to catch the archives, just type in DACYPHA into the YouTube and the algorithm will pull it up.
Oh,
yeah, that's a fact. What you call it? He started doing what we're doing right now way before me. He is a veteran. He is ill at what he do. He has given me a lot of insight into what I do, and so you know we've been rocking since 2013, 2014. He was one of the hosts on the Vandal Hour.
Great experience. I'm looking forward to doing that once again real soon.
That's a fact. We definitely bringing that back. I could crack, man. I'm talking about you're gonna have ice cubes and baking soda in the water. It's coming back. I was gonna say like hard. Hey yo, pause. But you know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about. It come back. It don't stay in oil. You gotta throw it in the refrigerator type shit. It ain't that type. It's gonna be raw. It's gonna be raw, uncut. You're gonna be dealing with a lot of graffiti writers out there that's popping. People who did it in the past, present, and future. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. Me and the guy have been working for a long time. He does a lot of the editing. Even if when you watch any S.STREET Media show and you see the opening, that comes from the guard. He made that opening. A lot of our S.STREET Media shit. He done edited videos. I done fucked up audio. He put me on to some other shit. Some AI shit. We're gonna talk about that later too. But he put me on to some AI shit that, you know, when you watch our show, we're gonna give you some information also. It's just not no, you know, dumb talk. Nah, this is gonna be some intelligent street shit.
Provide value.
That's a fact.
Some value.
That's a fact. So everybody good? Everybody chilling?
Yeah, I'm good.
We were smoking a lot of weed before we started this. Yeah, we smoking a lot of marijuana, man.
Almost tapped out for the session though.
Yeah, if you don't know how S.STREET Media rock, we are very much consumers of cannabis,
Yes.
of the cannabis culture.
You
know, we don't want to get knocked down by the people upstairs. But yeah, we are part of the cannabis community. It is legal in New York, so we can talk freely. So yeah, we like to indulge. We like to indulge. So we are definitely advocates for that community. But before we get into anything, shout out to our business partners, the 1718 Collective, Made for Kings, Quick Money Management, Miss Feelgood, COD Music, Get Fat Records, Made for Kings, the Vandu Hour, Style by Poverty. Without these people, man, we wouldn't be here. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, man. Don't be no cornball. Subscribe to the channel. We need your support. We need some of this YouTube money. That's a fact. Make sure you share, like, comment. We have people on the live. We also do the show live. You want to get some behind the scenes footage, we also go live. Right now, we don't have it quite perfected, but we do go live. It's just not at the quality that the broadcast would be when we put it on YouTube. It would be a higher quality when we put it on YouTube. So I want to open up this conversation, man, because we like to talk about, real things, funny things, music, whatever's going on in our lives. We hanging out. We on the motherfucking, my man right there, he on the bench right now in Williamsburg. You heard?
He's on the block with us.
He's on the block with us. I'm on the milk crate in front of the bodega.
I'm over here laying on the ice machine, just chilling.
You heard? This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. So I need y'all just to hang out with us. And this is what this is about, man. It's about bringing people together, talking about what we're doing in this industry right now. So I'm gonna talk. This is big news right now. This is big news, man. And I think this will be a great conversation. But yesterday they have caught the serial killer, the Gilgo Beach murderer, one of the serial killer who killed 4 people in a Gilgo Beach murderers have been caught. And we're not clapping because like that's some hype shit. This is what happened. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Now the only bad problem, there's 10 bodies that was found there. So they only accusing him of 4. He's been officially indicted on 3. You know what I mean? But he was caught in Manhattan. He's an architect. He was in Manhattan. They caught him in Manhattan. He's an architect. It's crazy, man. How you feel about this, man? What's your input on this, man?
I mean, that shit was going on for a while. What does it happen, like 10 years ago?
That's a fact, though.
They found 10 bodies. They've been looking for him for a while. Finally caught him. But the thing is that they only charged him for 4
bodies belong to. And one of the bodies is a toddler and one was a male. The rest was all females. And I believe it was all
prostitutes.
Yes.
Yo, is this the same? There was a prostitute one that she went running around, banging on doors, asking for help. Nobody helped her, and then she disappeared.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the first one that opened up the case. So she went missing, and they was looking for her. That's what had them looking out there. And then in that process, they uncover these other bodies. They just, it's different theories on this. They say, yes, they say that it might have been a truck driver, that was traveling back and forth across country. Now, from what they put out about this particular guy, I didn't write his name, but Rex something.
Horman.
Yes, he
Oh,
read the
yeah,
age.
yeah.
Something like that.
So the information that they put out about him, they say that he was buying burner phones. He bought 7 burner phones. They connected his phone was pinged in certain areas that coincided with his real phone.
Yeah.
This is like kind of the connection they made. They had 2 locations of possibly where he could be at, and one was in Manhattan, and one was in Massapequa, Long Island. I think that's where he was living at. Also, they got his DNA from pizza that he discarded. They found hairs of his wife on one of the bodies, and they found DNA of him also. He was following the families also through social media or through some I guess he was looking up shit through Google on the families. So that's why they thought he was still a threat, because he was like keeping an eye on the family. They had multiple his searches was like rape porn, you know what I mean? He also had a million searches on the actual murders, on like the Gilco beach murders. So that was his shit was like spammed with that shit. So a lot of circumstantial evidence was found on him, you know. And also there's a car, Avalon, that very particular Avalon, yeah, that was found. Somebody had actually identified this Avalon. They found the Avalon. Also, one of the women had got away, and the people who had some people had walked in and seen them, and they described him, exactly who this guy is, you know.
Wow, man! It took them 10 years to catch him, but to finally charge him.
Yes, no. So this is what it is. It said in January or March, they finally found something that connected it to be real.
Something that they could use, right?
Yeah, it was something real. They had speculation, but they didn't have nothing concrete. And
it was the hair, the wife's hair.
So that's what they said. So they said that the DNA, since the bodies was like decomposed, the bodies became decomposed in the conditions that they didn't have the DNA to do it then.
Technology.
But now they do have the technology to do it, and they did it. And that's why they needed his DNA, and they got his wife's DNA also, and his family's DNA, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody did that.
Yes.
The way it went down was the way every time he committed the murders, he sent the family away.
Yeah, there was a way.
He sent them away. You know, he did dirt.
Yeah, he wanted to get him out of the way so that he could go free.
Yeah, so that nobody be suspicious, things like that. But you already know that's that. They kept track of phones. Come on, they tracking us now.
Yeah, man. That's one of the other things. Is he was carrying his phone with him when he was burying the bodies, and they hid them. And he had a burner phone. Should have left the real phone home.
I have no phone. That's how you do it.
Yo, you know,
all the phones on.
You know, it's funny. Coincidentally, that's kind of like young YMW Melly. Yeah. I think that's what's gonna fuck up his case, is the fact of the cell phone shit. A lot of the cell phone, a lot of the evidence against him is circumstantial also, but his cell phone shit is kind of like damaging. I'm not gonna say that it's a closed case, but that's kind of like a part that might fuck him up also, is that cell phone. Yeah, you can't do crime with your cell phone. But you can't leave it home either, because they ain't like, why you didn't have your phone? You know, it's kind of weird. Like,
why you wouldn't have your phone at this time? You're supposed to have a phone on you. You're supposed to check.
But why do you have your phone all the time, and why you didn't have your phone on a particular day that you killed 4 people?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's coincidentally you forgot your phone.
It was home.
You know, so that's just crazy, man. I wonder what they're gonna do about these other 6 bodies, though.
They're connected.
See,
And if they was buried a certain way,
they either connect them or they find someone else who killed people. Because most serial killers stick to an MO, and he was killing prostitutes. So the toddler and the man, don't necessarily fit into his serial killer MO.
And he was, and if I'm not mistaken, for the 4 bodies, he wrapped them in burlap.
Yeah.
And the burlap was camouflage, and which was very distinctive. And he tied them a certain way, like the top of their head, the middle part, and where their legs was at. He tied them a certain way. So it's very distinctive from what he did with those 4 bodies. But this is what I'm saying, and just my theory. I'm gonna still stick where he did it. I'm gonna still stick where he did it, right? I don't know all the facts and stuff like that. I'm just reading on the shit as it goes. But I'm gonna say he did it, and that his MO changed. I think like when you watch like them serial killers, what they do in the beginning and what they do in the end is 2 different things. Like they mastered their shit. So when by the time they're like a graffiti writer. When you first start doing graph, you can't do certain places because you didn't master it yet. By the time you got like 5, 10 years in, you could do your shit in front of police and still get away. You know what I mean? So I think it might have still been him. He's 50. I think he's 59 years old now. I think he was doing it before, and he's been living there since a child, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did that before. It is that his MO changed, or the saw that he was doing the other bodies went out of whatever it was, and he turned to burlap after that.
You never know. There might be more bodies than he buried in a different beach.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If you got 4 on him tightly, and this thing that the years that we're talking about is like early 2000s, right? 2013, 2010s, like so. Cell phones wasn't that prevalent in that time. Like it is, but it ain't. So what was he doing before the cell phone? So now he was communicating with these people through social media sites, like the sex lines and stuff. And that's why he was getting a burner phone, because he would communicate with them. He was sending pictures of himself, all that shit through the burner phones. And then after he murked them, he'd throw the phone away. So what was he doing before the cell phones? I think he could have been meeting bitches on a party line, calling from a payphone in Uniondale.
From a payphone?
Yep, a payphone, and then meeting bitches and catching them like that. I'm just saying though, like technology has changed, so cell phones. So now that we talking about cell phones, but this dude is older, so he probably was doing it in a different MO because just the size of the time. There was different shit going on. I don't know, but just my theory.
I'm not a serial
Yeah.
killer.
I'm not a serial killer, and I never watched. What's the dude that the beast guy that's a serial killer?
Oh yeah.
On HBO. I never watched that shit either.
Dexter.
Yeah, and they got part 2 now.
I watched Dexter. It's a good show.
My mother loved Dexter, and she loved Breaking Bad.
I think they should have never brought it back, but.
What, Dexter?
I haven't bothered to watch the new.
Yeah,
because he kind of died in the last one, and then they kind of came out with this corny idea that he really died. So.
Okay. Then Tony Soprano should come back from the dead. Yeah, damn, he can't.
James
shout out to my man. That was a little joke, but but yeah, Soprano. Matter of fact, they did bring Sopranos back, and I want to watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's supposed to be like the prelude to.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I watched it.
How you feel about it?
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh shit!
I wasn't too crazy about it. It could have been better.
What was the shortcoming of it in your eyes?
I watched it during the pandemic, so I can't really remember. I just know that I wasn't crazy about it.
Wow. Damn, I gotta test your taste right now.
I don't think it was as violent as The Sopranos,
Okay.
I might want to see more hits.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
More storyline.
Let me ask you a question. What is name a whack mob movie in your eyes? Like a mob movie that you didn't like. Cause I gotta test your taste. I don't know. You said that you didn't really like it, but I don't know. I gotta see what your taste like to really. You might be shaking on your taste, man. You might like ugly dogs. You might like ugly dogs. You that guy that want to get down. You want to look crazy. Oh, it's so cute. You're like, what the fuck is that? Dog, Asian cat.
Yo, if it's a mafia movie on Tubi, then it's probably trash. There's a lot of trash on Tubi.
Let me ask Rod, can you name a trash mob movie? I'm thinking now myself.
I don't know.
A trash mob movie.
Trash.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the question. Rate The Godfathers by good to bad in your eyes.
Godfathers.
That's kind of like, I think that's like a good, because everybody, this different.
Yeah. I like The Godfather.
So rate The Godfathers from one to out of Godfather 1, 2, or 3. Which one was the best and which one was the worst?
Number 3 was the worst.
Yeah, number 3 was the worst. So number 2 was the best. Because it brought me back. Like
number 1 was the best.
I knew your taste was suspect.
Wow, you like
number 3 is the worst?
Yeah.
Why everybody say that? That's crazy. Number 3 is the worst. Andy Garcia? I think they should have made a part 4. Andy Garcia is the Godfather. Oh my God, y'all bugging. Godfather 3 is the worst. So what's your number 1?
Number 1.
Number 1 is the best.
It got me to like the number 1, to like number 2, to watch number 2.
I'm going to say number 2 is the best. The one with Sonny, No Part of Self. The one where they go back in time with Robert De Niro and tell like how the Godfather becomes the Godfather. I'm going with number 2 is the best. Number 3 is the second best. And number 1 is the worst, in my opinion. Number 2 to me is Illmatic, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's slower than the other ones. It's a more conversation piece going, a lot of conversation. But the setup of what it's doing for the setup of the whole trilogy, it sets part 1 just gave you a story. Like you just see like it just shows you the family. And part 2, it explains the family in our eyes, and like you really get to see like what made him who he is, and even him knocking off the dawn in the beginning, and them niggas running through the roof. That's one of like my favorite scenes. How y'all feel about, and this is not even none of this stuff we're talking about is on my paper. So I'm just gonna say, how y'all feel about what was the one about the young boys that they made some invention. And they mobbed people too. It was like real mob figures, but when they was young, they had made Growing Up in America. Is it that? You ever saw that? I forgot what it's called. Once Upon a Time in America. One of my favorite mob joints. Yo, Raw, can you move over to your, the lane? You gotta do the lane.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in America is good. It's also slow though. It starts off slow.
It is. It's
a good one.
It is. Yeah, man. I think that, to say that the fucking going back to the Sopranos and going back to the Saints joint.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm gonna watch it. So
Do you think who you think Tony died and who you think whacked him? You know?
You know what's funny? I didn't get to really tap in with the last season like that. I went to prison.
Okay.
That year is when I'm in that mode, and I really kind of missed it. So the last season of that and The Wire last season, I kind of never seen.
Oh shit.
I never seen.
The Wire? You never seen the end of The Wire?
No, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got mad when he got
both those shows at least twice.
I got mad when them young boys started coming up, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I feel like if I was in that movie, I would have killed all of them.
What, The Wire?
Yeah, The Wire. They let them young boys started running. The Wire changed.
It changed. It changed. All the young boys that took over and just changed the
Well, that's what it does.
That's
No,
what
because it shows the succession.
It was a reality. It was a reality.
That's what it was.
It was a reality.
Stays on top.
You know what's funny? It was a reality. I didn't get to really. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I kind of went through that in my neighborhood. Kind of the young versus the older. I really wasn't on that type of time, but situations happened that it happened that way. But it wasn't because of the age, though. You know what I mean? But so I understand what was going on in that these young boys is really putting in work. Their murder game was on the next level, and Marlo wasn't nothing to fuck with. So yeah, I didn't really get in. When Marlo first got introduced, I saw that season, and then I believe the next season is when it goes off. So yeah, I got.
He was killing all his rivals and hiding them in those abandoned buildings.
And it was I didn't watch it, but from what I'm hearing, wasn't the bitch doing it?
It was a bitch and a guy.
That's crazy, man. And I heard the young boys grew up and came up, the niggas that was in school, in the Marlo introduction is when like they started introducing the kids. And like I heard by the end of the next season, them kids was like killers.
Yeah, no, the young guy can take over. Marlo takes over.
And even speaking about like movies where like the kids take over, even in what's the Brazilian movie? Guards, City of Guards.
City of Guards.
That's kind of like where I went to. By the end of the movie, the young kids became them niggas. Kill Zeke or ZZ, whatever his name was. So yeah, that's crazy. I want to switch topics a little bit, man. We was watching before the show started. We was watching a slap fight competition. Slap fight competition. Do you know what slap fight competitions is?
Slap fight.
Some serious shit. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, you get your whole half of your head smacked out. People lose their hearing.
Straight slap in the face.
And then you keep doing it until you pass out or something like that.
Until somebody falls.
Until you fall.
Yo, we watched about 3 people. We watched about 3 or 4 knockouts on that. I was showing Chris because I told him we were going to speak about that tonight. So I had to show, in this show, show him some joints, and it was crazy, man. It's crazy. It's a phenomenon right now on Instagram.
Men, women,
people love that shit.
It's crazy, man. And what's this dude name? Dana White, the guy from UFC, is the one who has his joint is one of the major competition, one of the major federations or whatever you call it, or organizations. Yeah, his is one of the major ones called Power Slap. And
they've been doing that slap for years, right?
They've been doing it. It's I believe it's been around for a while. Actually, what's crazy is Chris actually put me on. High 97 was doing it in 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
They had something called Slap Fest.
Slap Fest, and they were giving the winners $5,000. And then they were told not to do it anymore by the New York State Commission, because I guess people were getting really injured during the tapings of these events. And they didn't have I guess they didn't have a license to hold the event, so that's why they were told to stop.
Yep.
Now Dana White is cashing in.
Yeah, I know Hot 97 is mad. Somebody lost their job over that shit.
Well, whoever worked, I forgot what DJ's name was, but whoever that DJ was that created that, I know he's tight. Could be making that right now.
And that was Enough that was in it on one of the episodes.
Looked like him.
That he came in when he was like, yo, New York, man, I told you about them.
Yeah, it looked like him.
It looked like a young Enough.
Okay.
That's the one from 105, right? What's the one?
No,
What's the one with called?
It didn't look like Enough. It looked like
Envy.
DJ
Envy. My bad. My bad. Do they look alike? No. One is big. One is big, and one is big.
One is big and like really. I think Enough.
Shout out to the
shout out to DJ Enough. Shout out to DJ Envy. I'm high.
Yeah, Envy's taller guy.
Yeah. One is on 105. I know that with Charlemagne and
Envy.
Shout out to DJ Envy. Shout out to DJ Enough.
Yeah, they both have an E in their name.
That's what it is. And they both was on Hot 97, right? If I'm not mistaken, they both.
Envy, Enough, EN. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's crazy.
They working on this.
But what's crazy is the Hot 97 one was kind of crazy to me because the two female one, we watched the female slap fest, and this girl from Jersey, this big chick, was slapping the shit out this other chick, boy.
It's crazy because in the new one they get like 10 rounds, right? So it's 10 slaps each. But in the Hot 97 one, it was endless.
It was about 40 slaps.
Yeah, it was like 40 slaps in there.
And no lie to you, no knock. I didn't see no knockout, but I definitely saw like some really, really hard hits.
Yeah.
That I don't want to sound the girl of the more heavier persuasion. She was her SmackDown was crazy. They should call her the Rock. Word, her shit was like crazy, man. From what I'm hearing about this, it got really big in Russia and in Poland first before it came to America. The person who brought it to America, who was pushing it in America, was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Logan Paul.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That helped launch it in the USA. It's crazy, man. We also, and speaking of slaps, competitions or sports, have you watched the Indian version of like slap fighting?
No, I watched it briefly with you, and it was pretty insane.
You got your guard, your Fetty. You gotta watch it. They slapping like face, chest parts.
Yeah, like the beat down type
and then they're wrestling and throwing each other.
And they in dirt. They in dirt. Like literally
like
they in dirt.
Like the sumo wrestling style type.
Yeah, and they're dressed in like fucking tights.
Tight.
Oh. They kind of look like wrestlers, but they slapping each other.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's funny. It's more comical.
You know that snap above the belt.
I can't even describe that shit. You know, like just Google or go to YouTube and put like Indian slap fighting.
I've seen fighting like that before, but if I said where I've seen it, I might get canceled.
You don't want to get canceled on our first episode or our second episode.
You watch it.
You don't want to get canceled. Just type it up. Can't cancel me.
Yo, in our time, we slap box.
Yeah.
We were slap boxing. That was like part of
growing up.
You know, I didn't like slap boxing because it always turned real.
You gotta know who you slap boxing with.
It went from slapping to full on brawl.
That is, you know what's funny? You couldn't beat nobody too bad. Nah, somebody always got mad.
You slap the shit out of someone. They're like, yo, who's that? So you mean what was that?
That's a fact.
I just slapped the shit out of you. Right? You slap boxing.
Yo, we slap boxing.
Yo, we fighting now.
Yeah, hit me too hard. What you mean too hard?
Yo, that's a fact. Somebody. Yo, somebody. We used to slap box in the hallway, me and my people. And like, I went to karate school for a little while. I took up taekwondo. You know, I said tway. I took up taekwondo, right? And so I learned this move. And like, I don't know if you know the move, like when you fight somebody and like while you fight them facing them, you turn around and do this and back. So I learned that in like taekwondo, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, that move worked for me so many times in life. Nobody ever expects that slap or punch. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of a weird thing, but it actually works, man. It was a Karate Kid-ish move that I used.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, I learned it in taekwondo. So we used to slap box. That's a move that I used. And I then did that to a person and they want to fight. Like, don't lie to you. That one catches that person dead on, like, bang! And then like, they was like, where the fuck that came? When you twisted your body, yeah.
I think what made them want to fight was when you did that, you did it in front of a lot of people. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, ego was always
because they wasn't ready for it. You know, I was supposed to block that one thing, you know.
Yeah, ego, and
what makes it worse is when everybody else goes,
ooh. That's a fact. That's a fact. That goes and that goes into so many like They say it's not good to embarrass someone. That causes a lot of. Usually, embarrassing someone usually causes some form of conflict. I was watching like some mob shit, and they said like amongst the made guys, you don't supposed to like embarrass anyone. If you do that, you fuck around and get killed. So like
a few rules, man. It's a lot of rules to that one. You can't embarrass nobody.
Imagine somebody made up a slap boxing tournament.
I would watch that.
That'd be crazy because they got the real fighting like in all them different Rumble in the Bronx, and they got the ones in Queens. You know, imagine they had like an official slap boxing tournament. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I know you're gonna steal the idea, so I'm not even going for it. But like that'd be crazy.
First slap boxing event next month. If you want to sign up, you got to sign a NDA.
Waiver, insurance waiver.
Yeah, you got to sign a permission slip.
Everything.
That you will not sue if any damages happen. But
and you got to stick to slapping. If someone slaps the shit out of you, you can't start a real fight.
And that's a fact. And let me say this, man. My man Chris is tapped in with the pugilistic world. Let me just say, he's tapped in, man. You know what I mean? He used to put me on about like the shit that was going on in the Bronx and all that shit. Like, that shit is real, man. Shout out to all them dudes who fight in them like street tournaments. Kimbo Slice asses. Shout out to all them dudes, man. I respect that more than boxing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I respect that more than boxing. Boxing is dope, but boxing is fucking
dirty, man.
It's
so quickly because a lot of people were sick of boxing and the bullshit judging.
Yeah, who want to see all that? They call when politics is corrupt.
It's corrupt. Yeah.
It's corrupt. I had to dig that from the back of my brain to think of that word. But yeah, corrupt. Boxing is so corrupt. So when you see these like small tournaments, like the fighting in the street shits, the backyard shits. You ever watching the backyard shits when they be fighting in the backyard? Yo, that shit is crazy, man. That shit is crazy. But what I respect about that is, you know, that shit ain't fake. That shit is real.
And they got the bare knuckle fighting now too. They get in the ring and they fight with no gloves.
Yo, I like that because I want to know if this guy really knocked this shit out this other guy. Not if this nigga is faking, he's faked a fall. You know what I mean? To my opinion, most sports is corrupt.
Yeah.
Most sports, they say it's not, but there's certain things that they do that make it corrupt.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, for me, the NBA is definitely got questionable refs.
Well, they got it right now.
I watch those games and you see those refs calling fouls. They keep the game close, or sometimes they help the team come back. Like this team has shot 14 free throws in the last quarter. Like, what? That's crazy.
That's a fact.
Play.
Exactly.
That's a fact. And we already know, if you know the old shit about what was the White Sox, and they niggas threw a whole game, or it was a paid for game. So I think all sports has been touched, except for that bare knuckle, that UFC shit. Ain't no faking a knee to the fucking face. You know,
my eye looking crazy over there for one punch. Like, oh, that's real.
Yeah. And know it's funny because a lot of them, especially the ones that never lost, because one thing I could say about those fighting like UFC and stuff like that, them champions don't last long.
Nah.
That's how you know it's real.
There's a rotation.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real.
Especially John Jones. That's his name, right? John Jones. Beating everybody's ass and moving up weight classes and taking time off and still beating people's asses.
Yeah, so it's very rare that a person could dominate for a long time. Someone comes better. Like I was a Silver fan when he was popping, and he need his way to the championship. But then he got beat, and then once they learn their style, like the McGregors and all that, that's why you know it's a pure sport, because it's not niggas you ain't Fabulous Moolah the champion for 28 years, or Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, niggas was never been beat. Come on, man. No lie to you. I'm not gonna
Floyd Mayweather and you had to pick all your opponents.
Which is even worse, and which is another form of corruption. Yeah. Because you know, everybody knows what's going on. Even a guy you fighting knows. Yeah. Like I'm ready to take this fake ass match for 10 million. I know you're gonna get 100, but I need 10 million, and I'm good with that. So like
sparring money,
basically. Basically, so like I like the realness of the street fighting and shit. Speaking of fighting and speaking of wrestling, there's a new series out that I've been watching. I don't know if y'all been fucking with it, but it's called Dark Side of the Ring. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring. Dark Side of the Ring, man, is like, it shows you what these wrestlers like really went through and like real behind the scenes. It's like a biography-ish, but so far I haven't seen one that ended happy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And even if it ended like matter of fact, it's the Dark Side of the Ring.
Right. To the acting.
I'm a fan of old school wrestling, and I don't really watch it now, but I definitely want to check that out.
So I watched one on Kamala.
Okay.
I watched one on Adrian Adonis.
Yeah.
Doink the Clown, aka Mark Bourne, Matt Bourne, and the Junkyard Dog one. Yeah. Now let me just say this. Shout out to all my people who be watching wrestling. I'm a wrestling. Especially old school wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. WWF, AWA, NWA type shit. But this is what fucked me up. One of the first ones I watched was one on Kamala. Now, if you know who Kamala is, Kamala was the Uganda headhunter. right? And when they used to interview him on like Mean Gene Oakland and shit, he'd be like, and say shit like that, right? So me watching this Dark Side of the Ring, they showed him talking regular, and this how he talk. Yeah, man. So you know what I'm talking about? I said.
My childhood was a lot.
I said this guy wasn't African.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a very naive kid, man. All this shit, everything was going over my head. Pause. But the Kamala shit, it fucked me up, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it fucked me up. I said, oh shit, this nigga is from Memphis or Mississippi or something. Like, she was crazy.
Straight country, man.
I feel stupid because I went to somebody like, yo, you know Kamala was not. They're like, hell yeah, nigga, what the fuck? You didn't know? I'm like,
where you been?
I said, man, I'm just asking you a rhetorical question, man.
Do you still think Santa Claus is real?
Yeah, I feel bad. Don't lie to you. I thought my mom was Santa Claus. That shit hurt me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was naive. I was very naive. I really believed in Santa Claus. Yeah, that shit hurt me, man. But what you call it? Yeah, so the Kamala one was crazy. The Adrian Adonis one, crazy. He's from Buffalo, New York. He wasn't gay. He played a gay character later in WWF. He wasn't gay. He's a gangster actually. It was a character that they forced him into. He didn't come up with that character. Great one. But a ill one was Doink the Clown. And if you don't remember Doink the Clown, he was like the nigga that come out like he's like it. He was like a clown guy, but he was a foul motherfucker. So yeah, Doink the Clown shit was ill. And Junkyard Dog, where they really did dirty, was an ill one too. They really did Junkyard dirty. I didn't know like none of these niggas was getting money. Like, and Junkyard Dog they compared him to be like the Black Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Like he was that big. He was that big.
That's crazy.
I watched one about Jake the Snake Roberts. Like,
oh, that's one
crazy.
That's crazy.
Jake the Snake was ill.
Yeah. My pops, rest in peace. My pops, he was a big wrestling fan, and we used to sit there and watch wrestling. He was having online one day. He was going to get Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's autograph. But the crazy part, when we got up there, the guy next to Ricky Dragon Steamboat knew my pops.
Oh, word.
So
wow,
we were chilling. And to this day, I probably got one of the WWF official jackets in my crib.
That's dope.
I'm thinking if I should put that on eBay.
Listen, I met Hulk Hogan one time.
Whoa.
I met Hulk Hogan. Now, don't cancel me, people, but let me tell you. My sister was cheerleading for a special needs event. And yeah, your man acted like he was a special needs kid. To be Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was like, it's all right, it's gonna be okay.
See, I'm pretty.
Yo, you did the Kramer.
I can't walk in. I didn't want to do it now, but I can't walk in like, yo, what's up, Hulk?
It's all right.
I'm going to hell for that, man.
Yo, you know what's funny? I be thinking, like, as kids, when we kids, like some of us have like real devious minds. Like we think like adults.
Yo, but you know what's funny was me and my brother, we were walking together. We started to fight with each other for real, right? And so then that's when Hulk was like, "It's okay, little buddy. It's gonna be okay." Because he probably thought me and my brother were off our rocker the way we were beating each other up right there.
Regular.
Yo, there's a side though about that, and like Kramer went to the dentist. They gave him like Novocaine, and they gave him like some type of like shit to like numb his shit, and it kind of and he was dribbling from his mouth and he couldn't really talk when it didn't wear off.
Yeah, I seen that.
So he met like some rich like person and they was like, come to the thing. They thought he was like, you know, mentally challenged person. And like he had these like funny shoes on, so they thought he was wearing like George's prototype shoes.
Wow.
And they thought that he was really like, yeah, challenged.
That was a funny episode.
That was a great one. That was a great one. Yo, you're funny, man.
Yo, they have yo, man. And you know what's funny is because we can't use the R word anymore because it's considered a slur. You know?
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was for developmentally challenged children, and I had to play the role to meet Hulk Hogan.
Yo, I'm trying to. And know it's funny why you was saying that. I was trying to think of like what was some devious shit I did as a kid.
Probably a lot, man. It's probably a lot.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Find which one he can put out.
I'm gonna think on that one. I'm gonna say this. This is not a devious one. I don't got a devious one. But I do have mad scientist one that to get over. So my grandmother took me to Disney World one day in the 80s, late 80s, like somewhere like 86, 87, somewhere around there. No, it could have been like 80s, 86. So I was about 10. And to go to Disney World back then, I don't know how it is now, this is 86, you had to go on a tram. It was like a train, a monorail. Yeah. That ran straight to I was in Orlando at the High Q. I don't think the High Q exists no more. But you could check it out. The hotel was called the High Q. And you had to take one of those monorails there. And so when we got there, we get off. So you on like Disney's property, exactly on Disney's property, or like Disney World. So we there for the whole time. It's like 1,000 degrees at that time. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like it's almost like 100 degrees in Florida. So to go back at the end of the night, the park closed at a certain time. So when the park closed, let's say it's about 10 o'clock, right? So everybody is going at the same back to the monorail at the same time. Yo, boy, it looked like Central Park concert in a single file line, in a line. It was like that, God. No, like a wave of people, and it was like 100 degrees. Yeah. My grandmother is like at the time in the 60s at the time, and she had no real ailments. I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew about, you know what I mean, not at that time, but I had a couple of ailments. So I faded.
Oh, no.
And it was like, get him water! Get him water! They're like, what? And I did it like a little jerk. And like everybody was helping me. They're like, get him to the front of the line! Get him to the front! And that's how we got on the monorail that night. And I always remember that day. I said, yo, know what's funny? I said, yo, I thought it was a real Lex Luthor shit at like 10 years old. And it worked. And from that point on, that might have been the beginning of a criminal.
That was the beginning of a criminal.
Yeah. I said, oh shit, you can get over on these idiots? You get over on these idiots? Oh, they don't know me. So yeah, that's one of those type of you wanted to meet Hulk Hogan. I wanted to get back to the High Q fast.
That's it.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
We
here now.
So man, a lot of things have been happening in the United States. A lot of things been happening in the United States, man. You know, they're catching serial killers. You know, Trump getting indicted, shit like that. Biden forgetting something again. But in the mix of all this chaos, a bag of cocaine is found in the White House. Wait, matter of fact, this is the wrong one. We got to throw this one on.
Who's on this?
They found some white in the White House. Definitely not surprised. What is going on here? And even this what makes it worse. The feds did an investigation. And it came up that they don't know who it is. What the fuck is going on? The feds. The feds. They found out Bill Clinton got his joint tucked. They found Saddam Hussein in a hole. They killed. Yeah, they did a lot of stuff. But they can't find who bought the 50
in the White House.
Who bought 2 balls? Who bought 2 balls into the White House? And the funny part, they got 500 suspects. Talk to me, bro.
I don't know how they do that. I know when I got caught, they was like, "Yo, we gotta test the bag for fingerprints." Now that should have been to that. Everybody fingerprints on that bag, they pass it around the whole Senate.
There is no way that bag didn't have fingerprints.
DNA, fingerprints.
You know what's crazy? If you sniffing cocaine, you're either dipping something into it, or you take it out and putting it on something. I don't see that. Most people, especially in like situations like that, they're putting a straw, their fingernail, their $100, $1 bill, whatever. And so mucus from the nose has to be somewhere on that bag, inside that bag. It's impossible. My baby mama found who doing coke in my house. You can't tell me no. I had 1,000 niggas in that house, and she knew it was mine. You tell me you got a camera in every part, man. If he would have got assassinated with that, if a person would have got shot, and where that bag was at, you're telling me when I knew who it was? If niggas dropped a bomb there, when I knew I know I'm exaggerating shit like that, but like I just find it hard to believe that they didn't find out who it is, man. I think it's conspiracy. I think they're covering. They're covering somebody.
Whoever dropped that ball,
it was a hunt.
The 500 people dropped the ball.
A hunt for the person who had that bag.
They was
all
hunting.
had that bag.
They was hunting.
That person was hunting for his bag too. If they go back to the tail of the tape, they'll probably see that person looking through everything like, "Yo, what are you looking for?" No, I lost something. We all lost a bag before.
Yo, somebody, let me say this. Whoever lost it, if I was like the feds and I was working security, I'll catch it. I'll find out who dropped the bag. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, when you're driving in the highway, when you're driving in the streets and you see somebody pulled over in the middle of the night and they down in the bag in their seat looking for something, and you drive by like, he lost a bag of coke.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You look at them and they pulled off to the side, door wide open, into the seat. Yeah, he's looking for that bag.
Yo, this is how I know. If I will check the camera, because you know they got probably like 1,400 cameras there, right? There's no way that they don't got 1 million cameras inside the White House. That's impossible. That's what I was saying. So whoever found the coke, I will rewind the tape from that point with the person finding the coke. Whoever found the coke, we going back on the tape slowly on that one. And now I guarantee whoever dropped the bag, you know they say the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. I know somebody was backtracking, who was looking down, who wasn't supposed to be looking down. And it was obvious to anyone, you know, but they don't want to make the security look bad or the feds look bad, so they just try to chuck it up to whatever. But I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna look for whoever was sweating, looking down too much, going back and forth. I find whoever did cocaine, or whoever did party. That was a tongue twister. I think my mind just thought about cocaine real quick, and I just had a flashback, and I was like, so whoever did cocaine before knows what it feels like to lose a bag of cocaine. Losing a bag of weed on a scale of 1 to 10 is like a 7. Especially if it's I. That's like an 8.5 if it's I. If it's a bag of like some high, that's like a 7. The weed guards got that. But if a person loses a back, that's a 12.5. Look, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 12.5.
They press, they looking, they searching. Especially if you started hitting the bag.
Yo, you probably took like 1, 2
You took like 2 bags off that shit. You're like, yo, I need the next one. Where's it at?
You know they upset.
Yeah,
No. Yo, no lie to you. No lie to you, man. Here's a question for y'all. Stupid question. How did they know it wasn't anthrax? Somebody tested it. Somebody did the finger dip. Somebody did the finger dip. Somebody had to do the finger dip. It could have been fentanyl. Somebody finger dipped it. Somebody finger dipped it.
Somebody fingered it.
Somebody fingered it and had it figure it. To let us know that it's legitimate.
They did the field test going to purple.
Oh yeah, they cheated.
But you know, I don't think all of it got to them, but you know, just to find out.
I know none of us sold drugs before, so I'm going to ask you this. None of us sold drugs. So I'm just going to ask you this. Do you think the finger test really works? Like if I'm going to make a 20,000, 30, 40, whatever drugs go for. If I'm going to make a deal for this and I'm going to make this sale, do I rely on the finger dip tests? Like, you know, they put it, like, do you think that's real? Like, you put on your, wait,
Maybe
that's
back
delicious.
in the day they did that, but now they can't because now it uses fentanyl, you're dead on the spot. You take the whole finger full of fentanyl.
They can't take your money.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I always wanted to do that work, and would you make that purchase because of that? Like, I just finger fuck the kilo, and it's good. I know. I rub it against my gums. I'm going to spend this $40,000. I don't know. I never. That's one of them things I never understood. I'd rather take a smoker, a sniffer, to try it out than me or someone is rubbing against their teeth and tell me the quality.
That's it right there.
Unless you got the teeth, unless you got the teeth of Osiris. I don't know. This is a random question because you know we've never sold drugs. Never.
We never taken it either.
Never did drugs either. Yeah, this is not one of them podcasts where these guys telling themselves. This is not that. We just conversing, we just hanging out. You dig?
Definitely.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. They found cocaine. The feds don't know, man.
They don't know.
They found Osama bin Laden. They can't find who's back.
That's crazy, man.
I feel sorry for the maintenance guy because he's the one that's going to be fired. He's a scapegoat. That's why they hired him.
It's crazy. They found the documents in Trump's house. They found the unwanted emails of Clinton, but they motherfucking can't find who dropped the coke. They don't know who blow it was. Who blow it was. The blow mysteries. We're going to return on this subject another time. Cause I guarantee, man,
there's gonna be more to it.
It's gonna be more to it. Somebody gonna figure it out. Or somebody knows. It's gonna be the cocaine. What's that shit? Cocaine gate.
Cocaine gate.
It's gonna be cocaine gate.
They're gonna take this.
Yo, speaking of wild shit going on right now, man. How you feeling about this AI shit? We spoke about it earlier a little bit. We didn't go into details, but my man put me on to some AI program that we're using to fix sound in our podcast. But how you feel about this artificial intelligence thing?
I like it, man. To some extent.
Yeah.
I've been able to do some really great things with it. As far as like research, ChatGPT, I'll be talking to it like it's my homie.
do you actually put in commands or are you typing them in?
I type them in. I type in my questions.
Okay. I think GPT is dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. The reason why I think it's dope because it saves a lot of time. A lot of the standard shit on any subject is there. You know, so you would have, if you want to make a proposal, you used to have to pay someone to do the proposal. Now you can just go to Chat GPT, put in some couple of commands, and voila, you got it.
Out it comes.
And I'm going to say how I will use Chat GPT also. If you want to pay somebody to do something for you, and they're charging whatever they're charging, and when they give you the product, I would check Chat GPT because I know a lot of these people are doing that. And if your shit matches Chat GPT in any form or fashion, I'm fucking you up. Yep. Fuck that business shit.
Yo, but you know what's crazy? They have layers to it. You can get a whole book written for you by Chat GPT and then take it to another program that takes the words from the Chat GPT and makes it sound less AI. So it'll reformulate whatever Chat GPT gave it to you. So this way, if someone runs it through a checker, they can't tell where it was created from. It seems authentic. You know what I mean?
How you feel about where AI is going, Rob?
No, I don't really mess with the AI stuff. I don't really mess with it. You lucky you got me on here. Back, yeah, definitely. Like that AI stuff. I already know. I got a couple people that's into that computer stuff, computer things. They showed me stuff way before this AI thing was happening. Before, I'm talking like the geeky people to where the first computer was made geeky. People to where they done been put me onto this AI to where you gotta be careful with it. You definitely gotta be careful with it. So I don't really mess with it too much, you know, to do anything personal like that. You know, I don't even like ordering online, man. That's crazy. It's crazy, like, you know. But the AI is really doing stuff to make things easy for people.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier, man. I use it to write descriptions
for
products and for some of my business proposals.
Yeah.
And it saves a lot of time. Something that would have took a week, you could do it in 2 hours.
Yeah. That'll be something big for you.
You know what's crazy about AI to me? Like the pictures. Like I done seen pictures that I thought was like real. I'm not gonna lie to you. So there's a dude who had, if you ever seen this picture on Instagram, it's a picture of like nuns, like skateboarding or something. Yeah. And it looked so real. I thought it was a real picture. And then like I did some research. I forgot how I found out that shit was fake. I'm like, it's like it's the surrealism is like it's hard to distinguish. You know,
yeah, it's crazy because they can make fake images of anyone. They can make they have voiceovers now that people can sound like anybody. Deep fakes. That's what you be looking at sometimes. They run deep fakes.
It's crazy. Like this. You know what's funny? I'm gonna give you an example of what we talking about deep fakes. One day somebody was calling me from a fake phone number. Yeah. It was my man's number though. It was my man's number, but it's another person making a call. That's to me that's like this shit is going. You know, people are going to be. I could see people being accused of crimes that they didn't do. I could see like people like just even with the Jim Jones and Pusha T beef. The Pusha T response was done with AI, and that's crazy. And no lie to you, I liked it.
It wasn't bad.
So like it's like how are we going to be able to distinguish between like the real and fake? You know, it's going to be, you know, I feel that way about humans. Like you can't tell now the difference between a man or a woman. You know, I'm not gonna say like everyone is like that, but like a lot of people can't. It's, you know, especially with the makeup. Pardon me.
Can't distinguish between that. But some of them are very well made up. It's difficult to see the difference. They have all these operations out there.
That's a fact. And here's the even deeper part. Like, my theory is the majority of the world is on drugs, or at least America is on drugs. And like, imagine like the distortion of what of knowing what's real and what's fake. It becomes kind of hard, especially when you're under the influence. You know, so it's crazy, man. Like this AI shit, a lot of people gonna lose a lot of their jobs too.
Yeah, the next few months and years, tons of people are gonna be unemployed right now.
That's a fact. You gave me the program, Adobe AI, voice enhancer.
Yeah, audio enhancer.
Audio enhancer. And I done fixed like 3 videos with that shit. Like, don't lie to you. Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about that particular program is the fact that it only takes a half an hour at a time. So you gotta do it in pieces of half an hour. Yeah. So that's the only shortcoming of that. But it makes some, if our microphones ain't even now, I could put that shit through that. Oh, pardon me. I could put it through that program, and all the levels would be perfect on all of our mics equally. Like we right on. That's a fact. That's a fact. So AI audio enhancer with Adobe. Check that out if you're into any audio thing. If you're making music or whatever, check that out. But that AI shit, man, it is the beginning of like some next shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could see AI going left at some point. I could definitely see some Terminator 2 shit happening. Because they got the police, AI police. It's crazy. Dogs running around. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's gonna be Demolition Man or something, man. It's gonna be crazy. They're gonna have to be Wesley Snipes out
Well,
this
they already
motherfucker.
have that shit. Elon Musk got the Neuralink, where they put that shit in your brain and they can read your thoughts and shit.
Oh wow.
And so I remember, my thing is if they can read your thoughts, then they can implant thoughts as well.
Exactly. That's how you.
And that's a fact.
Elon Musk, Neuralink. Watch out.
That's a fact.
All experiment right here.
That's a fact. It's crazy. I definitely, and not to go into no deep shit, but I definitely see that a lot of these theories don't be theories. I mean, conspiracy theories don't be conspiracies. It be truth. It be truth. They told us 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there was no aliens.
Yeah, that is aliens today.
Crashing in Florida. You know what I mean? Like, that's on regular news. That's on regular news. I'm talking about some crazy shit. Yeah, that was on regular news about 2 weeks ago.
That used to be on some
Like
real.
that in Florida.
Yeah, it was like some crash in like Florida, some shit like that. She was in the backyard. People were like, they got video. They talk like it's crazy.
I did see that a general from the Pentagon said that there was a mothership floating in our solar system.
Mm.
The Anunnaki, the
Yeah.
Anunnaki,
Man.
the Anunnaki coming back. The Nephilim, the Nephilim.
The reptilians.
That's it.
You dig the Greys,
Overlords.
the Greys, the Greys is coming. But yeah, man, it's you know, so they've been lying to us. So you don't know what the truth is and what it's for. So again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share our content. We need y'all
Yes.
to pop this shit off. Chill
Man.
with us. You chilling with S.STREET Media, then hang out. You heard? But yeah, we getting ready to close out soon. You know, I got a couple of things on this thing. Robert De Niro's grandson died of an OD. Let me repeat that again. Robert De Niro's grandson died of an OD. His name was Leandro De Niro Rodriguez. You know, my man De Niro liked to fuck with the sisters and the Chiquitas. The chicas.
Robert De Niro and Al Pacino have been competing for who's the oldest man to get a woman pregnant.
Yo,
That's a fact, though.
Recently,
just
impregnated women, and they're both in their 80s.
And his is the latest one is a beautiful Asian woman. I'm being politically correct. Yeah, he just had one. I don't want to go into stuff because it ain't that, but just the fact that she is Asian. That's a fact. But yeah, not my type though. Not because she's Asian, but Robert De Niro's been connected allegedly to Naomi Campbell when she was a young thing. Before Michael Jackson kept her in the closet. Robert De Niro was shabang bang pow pow pooey bang bang Bigelow in that. You heard? But they've been known, they definitely been killing the minority.
my God. All the minorities just
Yeah, they definitely been doing what they do. But his back on some serious shit. His grandson Leandro De Niro Rodriguez, 19 years old. He acted in a couple of films. A girl was arrested for selling him fentanyl, Xanax lace pills. She goes by the name of the Percocet Princess. What the fuck is that? The Percocet Princess. She looked like Johnny Depp and Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, she was almost
Yeah. Wait till you, I wish I'm not nice with the computer yet. Notice I'm not nice with the computer yet. But I can just pop stuff up. Wait till I get my shit hooked up. You see how we hooked it up today. We're looking official now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it so we could just be like, and we could just watch it like right here like this. Yeah, she looked like Edward Scissorhands. Ain't nothing princessy about her. Yeah, the Percocet princess. She got charged with 3 counts of narcotics distribution. I think she's facing 20 to 25 years on each charge, something like that. Give or take, I forgot what it was, but it's the number that sounds like it equals 60. Sound like that. But yeah, you know, fentanyl and drugs is happening right now. You can find it in your local grabber, bud, cocaine, heroin, any type of pill.
Yeah.
You can find it anywhere.
It's the new GMO.
Let me just say, I should have. How can I put this in a way? For anybody who buys pills, you know what I mean? Because I care about you, and I want to just sidebar. For anybody who buys pills, you see me. I'm gonna look directly at the cameras for this. Whoever buy pills from any type of like person outside of the true, like from a doctor or pharmacy, they put pills together. Like it's like a recipe. I'm not gonna go into it because that's not my place. But you can make Xannies at the crib, and you know I don't promote on that shit, so I'm not gonna go into the details about it. But be careful of who you copying these shits from, man, because more likely than not, they are doing this shit themselves. They are not. Back in the days, you know, niggas was getting scripts, you know what I mean, from like doctors, and like doctors was like doing dirty shit, and it was just like, nah, niggas is making these shits now. And like you think you get a perk, and you getting like a full fentanyl pill.
That's it.
You heard?
Yeah, but the crazy shit is I know people who actually, I heard that some of these people just buy the fentanyl and get high straight off fentanyl.
Yeah, so this is what I heard from the streets. You didn't hear from me, man. This is what I heard from the streets. I heard niggas want the fentanyl.
Yeah. I heard that it's taking over the heroin market and all that shit.
I heard niggas be like, oh, he died? Let me get that. You heard?
They got testing sensors where you can take your drugs to test for the fentanyl.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm high, part of me. I'm high, and I keep knocking this motherfucker. I'm not used to pause. I'm not used to like the way I got it set up is in a way that I'm not used to doing. So it's kind of in my way. But yeah, you know, it's crazy out there, man. People want the fetty. They call it the fetty. They want the fetty. And it's the same fetty that was out there like 10 years ago. Because they had some fetty out there 10 years ago that you could buy from like different types of stores. And they like it was like cut. It was like cut. Like you get some cut for like something. Like you know, back in the days, niggas was using speed and everything
to stretch the drug, make it better.
You know what I mean? There's other cut things that you use. Teach that stuff here. You're not gonna use our podcast to learn how to become street chemist. You're not gonna become Breaking Bad of us. You know.
We're gonna put it on the Patreon channel.
You gotta get your other show.
You heard? You got it. That one calls. That one calls. But yeah, man. Real quick before we close out, man. Sauce Walker got a new song out with Conway called Dangerous Danger. Fire!
He walked on that.
That nigga Sauce Walker walked on that shit, man. one of my best songs right now. I feel it's one of the best songs out right now. Senators from Texas. He's doing his thing. He lived up to his name. He walked on that shit. Conway got busy too. Shout out to Conway too. That's a Conway too. But Sauce Walker walked on that. How y'all feel about the song? We all listened to it today. How y'all feel about that?
I'm a big fan of Conway, and I gotta say, Sauce Walker, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. I think he might have had the better verse on that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of y'all might be mad at me. You know what I mean? But we, here we keep it all the way live, man. I think kind of got the upper hand.
That's like the Benny the Butcher and the J. Cole track. J. Cole walks all over that.
Ooh.
But this time it was Conway getting walked all over that. I saw us walking. But no, don't get me wrong. I love Benny the Butcher. I love Conway. They're official.
Yeah.
I listen to their music all the time. But yeah.
We have, let me say this. We're grown men. We have opinions.
It's the crowd.
We have opinions. We have opinions. And yes, I think Sauce Walker walked over that shit crazier than Conway did. Did Conway say some ill shit? Yes, he did. But did Sauce Walker say some ill shit? Yes, he did. Check that song out. Also, we didn't really. I think we listened to one of his songs. I think Rod might have heard one of his songs. My man Cosmo, the Criminal Guard. You know Cosmo. He got a song called Problem Child, and he got a song called Today's Map. Both of them songs is my shit. He's the guard. He's really representing, like the nation with the rhymes. I like how he's doing it. He's representing Jamaica, Queens. Fire.
That was the dude who walked with all the cops sitting behind him walking down the street. So
no, that's the Muslim dude I think you're talking about. This is a dude that he be like, what's today's man? Them niggas guard. And he smacked the nigga. He like he's the dude was eating pork.
Oh, yeah. That's what I want.
Niggas ain't eating pork now. Yeah. And real quick, so make sure you check out them two artists. Sauce Walker, he got some shit going on YouTube. Tap in with him. I just did in detail. You shit is fire. Cosmo, the Criminal Guard, Problem Child video, Today's Mad video. Check it out. Also, we got the Summer Jam event coming up July 29th. Make sure you tap in with that. It's gonna be a movie for sure. The algorithm next Saturday, July 22nd, is going down. We got the guard is in it. My man Nathan King is going to be involved. Hopefully, matter of fact, PX2 should be in Summer Jam, and Solely need to be in Summer Jam. Yeah, so let's get that happening. But we got the algorithm happening. You don't know what the algorithm is? It's where art and music meets media. Our byline is, this is not a showcase. It's where we bring people of all creative forms and fashion under one umbrella and have media and different people paying attention to what they're doing. Our goal is to go viral. And so far, this is our third one. This one is called The Art of Intelligence. The Art of The Art of Official Intelligence. Yes, it's a play on AI. Yes. The Art of Official Intelligence is going to be happening. It's going to be crazy. I got Kalia Clark hosting. I got Kerry Singleton hosting. It's going to be movie shots to my S.STREET Media family. Also, we got the Under One Umbrella concert August 10th. We got the Williamsburg Day Barbecue on the Williamsburg Day Barbecue was on August 19th. And then that's basically it for now. We also have a Spanish event that's happening on August 24th, happening at EVOL, EVOL. You already know what we're going to be doing. We're going to have the tickets in the mujer. You heard Suave. What's my man Hector LeBron? Yeah. So, I'm Mathematics.
I'm Rod, Get Fed Records.
Mr. 13, Making Kings.
And you are checking out
The
the Hangout. We are out of here. Make sure you check out the first episode. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share our content. Make sure you comment. Peace.
Peace.
So alive, peace alive. Somebody's tapping in right now. Who's that? Oh.
We're watching ourselves live on the phone. Get up out of here.
We did it.
That was a nice day.
We